Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel, and we're going to bring you our Strat-O-Matic 1968 one and done tournament. We have reached the final four, and in today's first matchup, the Cinderella Chicago White Sox, who have won their way in from the play-in game all the way here to the final four to take on the number 3 seeded Baltimore Orioles here in Baltimore. The White Sox are the 13th seed, and midnight has not struck 12 yet for the White Sox. Will their Cinderella story continue? We shall see. Let's get to the starting lineups and the first pitch. Once again, this is our Strat-O-Matic 1968 one and done tournament final four. Game 1 of this doubleheader. White Sox, the 13th seed, taking on the number 3 seeded Baltimore Orioles. Game 2 will be the Chicago Cubs and the New York Yankees. The winners will advance to the championship finals. And I will be managing the Chicago White Sox. The PC and the Strat-O-Matic baseball engine will be managing the Baltimore Orioles. Leading off for the White Sox, playing shortstop, little Louis Aparicio, 264, 4 homers, 36 ribbies in 68. Batting second, the second baseman, Sandy Alomar, 253, no home runs, 12 ribbies. Batting third, Pete Ward. He's a 6R. He hits very well off right-handed pitching. 216 batting average, 15 home runs, and 50 runners driven in. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Tommy McCraw. 235, 9 home runs, 44 RBI. He also hits right-handed pitching quite well. He's a 3R. Batting fifth, left fielder Tommy Davis, 268, 8 homers, 50 ribbies. Batting sixth, doing the catching, he'll play for the Red Sox in the early 70s, Dwayne Josephson, 247, 6 home runs, 45 runners driven in. Batting seventh, the center fielder Ken Berry, 252, 7 round trippers, 32 RBI. Batting eighth, playing right field, Russ Snyder, 241, 3 home runs, 28 ribbies. Batting ninth, on the hill for the Chicago White Sox, 1 win away from the 68 tournament final, one and done playoff tournament, is Joe Horlin. 12 wins, 14 losses, 2.37 earned run average in 35 starts. He struck out 102, walked 70, gave up 16 gopher balls. And that Chicago White Sox lineup will be facing on the mound for the Orioles, Tom Phobos, 15-15, with a 2.62 earned run average in 36 starts, gave up 10 homers, striking out 193, walking 105. Behind the plate, Elrod Hendricks, +1 arm. Boog Powell at first, Davey Johnson at second, Pittsfield, Massachusetts native Mark Belanger at short, and Brooks Robinson, the human vacuum cleaner, at third. In left field is Buford. He has a neutral arm of 0. Paul Blair's in center with a -2 arm, and Frank Robinson's in right with a +1 arm. In the chat with us, moderator extraordinaire and all-around wonderful person, ID Gesture. He says, "Let's go O's." He says, "I bought Out of the Park 19 yesterday from Steam, so I am up to date now." Oh, you're going to love that game. You're going to love that game. Go to the workshop, ID Gesture. Load in all the old stadiums. Well, it's up to you. Load in all the old stadiums, and it's so much fun. I just loaded up 1970 season. That's Tony Coligniero's last full season with the Boston Red Sox before they trade him to the California Angels. He actually plays with his brother Billy. And we're going to play as played lineups, historical transactions. And that'll be coming up on the channel a little bit. So, alrighty, here's Louis Aparicio. Remember to check out ID Gestures channel. Lots of good stuff there. What was that game you were playing yesterday, ID? That board game. It was very interesting. I was enjoying watching it. Clinton Parks has joined us. How are you, my friend? FOC member. Welcome to the insane asylum, as he says. Beatles, help him out with the player. Beatles Eternally's in the chat. I forgot to say hello to him. So, Clinton Parks says, let's go O's. They are my 1969 out of the ballpark 19 team. Just swept the Red Sox 6-2 and 1-0 in the opening series activity. Well, I hope you're enjoying the game, Clinton. And I hope you're enjoying the out of the ballpark. So let's get to the first pitch here. And it's Aparicio's at the plate. And little Louis Aparicio looking for the 3-4 to lead it off here for the Chicago White Sox. Phobos gets the sign from Hendricks. Here's the pitch to Aparicio, and here's the ball game. And, nuts. My hand, I don't even, well, foul ball. Here we go again. Here's the first pitch to Aparicio. And that is a 1-7, as we took a mulligan on the first roll. My hand hit it, and I didn't remember what it was. 1-7 off the Aparicio card, not a column of choice. And that's a fly ball out to Paul Blair in center field for out number 1. And I'll bring up Sandy Alomar, the second baseman. Switch hitter batting lefty off the right-handed throwing Tom Phobos. Phobos nods his head, the windup, and the pitch to Alomar looking for the 2-4. And instead it is a 6-9 off the Phobos card, 6-9. 1 out, no one on, top of the first here in Baltimore. And that's a shot to center. Blair's not getting that one. He could have been on a motorcycle. That's going to be off the wall. And Alomar with a chance to go for 3, 1 through 16. We're going for it. And here comes the relay throw from Belanger. And it's an 11. So 1 out triple by Sandy Alomar. And the White Sox are 90 feet away from taking an early lead here. And I'll bring up Pete Ward. Ward only batted .216 with 15 home runs, but he devastated right-handed pitching at a 6R rating. So when he did get hits, the majority of them came off right-handed pitching. Ward looking for the 1-2 column. Hendricks wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Ward from Phobos, and Phobos deals Ward a 6-7. A 6-7 off the Phobos card. Can we just have that? 6-7. Nope, it's a different one. Ground ball to Davy Johnson at second. 20-sided dice roll is a 12. This might score the run, folks, though. I think they're going to go to first on this. It's going to be 1-0. Let's see if he makes the throw. And that is a 6-2-3. So that's an 11. So Johnson throws to Powell for out number 2. And I believe Alomar is going to score from third, and he does. 1-0 White Sox. The miracle White Sox, the Cinderella story continues as they take an early 1-0 lead. Remember, they're the 13th seed. They won their play-in game. And then, with 2 upsets, they're in the Final Four. Their last victory came over the number 1 seeded Detroit Tigers. So here's McCraw with 2 outs. Left-handed batting first baseman. He's looking for the 3-4 column. Phobos rocks and fires. And it is a 2-6 to McCraw. Off his card, not a column of choice, though. 2-6. And that's a hard hit ball to Boog Powell. He races to the bag and steps on it. And the side is retired. But the 1-out triple and ground ball to Davy Johnson produces fruit. The White Sox have a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the first. And here are Here is the Baltimore Orioles starting lineup. Leading off, playing left field, Don Buford, 282, 15 home runs, 46 ribbies. Batting second, the center fielder, Paul Blair, 211, 7 homers, 38 ribbies. Batting third, the right fielder, Frank Robinson, 268, 15 home runs, 52 RBI. Batting fourth, the first baseman, the man with the short sleeves, Boog Powell, 249, 22 home runs, 85 runners driven in. Batting fifth, the human vacuum cleaner at third base, Brooks Robinson, 253, 17 round trippers, and 75 runners knocked in. Batting sixth, the catcher. Why his pitcher will not load, I will have to figure that out. I don't understand. I've changed it over and over again. Elrod Hendricks, 202, 7 homers, 23 ribbies. Davey Johnson playing second base, batting seventh, 242, 9 home runs, 56 RBI. Batting ninth, the shortstop from Pittsfield, Massachusetts, up in the Berkshires, Mark Belanger, 208, 2 home runs, 21 ribbies. And batting ninth, on the mound, Tom Phobos. We already gave you his pitching stats. And Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. Alrighty, on the mound for the Chicago White Sox with a 1-0 lead, Joe Horlin. 12 and 14, 2 games under 568. Obviously not a ton of run support. His ERA, 2.37 in 35 starts, striking out 102, walking 70. He gave up 16 home runs. What's blazing in sports? T-Dub has jumped in the chat. Hope all is well. Check out that wonderful channel for all your boxing needs and updates. What's blazing in sports? Josephson's behind the plate with a +1 arm. McCraw's at first. Alomar, who tripled and scored in the top of the first, is at second. Luis Aparicio's at short, and Ward is at third. Tommy Davis is in left. He has a god-awful arm of a +4. Barry with a neutral arm in center of 0, and Snyder with a +2 arm in right field. You can run on these corner outfielders. And here's Don Buford, the switch hitter, batting left-handed off the right-handed throwing Joe Horlin. Buford looking for a 2-1 column. Horlin readies himself. Josephson sets the target. Here's the pitch to Don Buford. And that is a 3-2 to Buford. Off the Buford card. Not a column of choice, though. And he's going to get a single here, possibly. That's an 18. So I think this is a line out. We'll see. 18. Line drive to Alomar, who makes the leaping catch, 1 away. So Alomar triples, and now he takes away a base hit. So 1 out, and here comes Paul Blair as the White Sox fire it around the infield. Paul Blair looking for the 1-6 column. He is a B bunter. Infield normal, though. Josephson wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Blair. And Horlin deals Blair a 1-6. And it's a column of choice for Paul Blair. 1-6. He's going to get a pitch to hit. And he sends that ball out to left field. Tommy Davis racing to his right. Makes the catch for out number 2. Nice play by Tommy Davis, not known for great range. And I'll bring up Frank Robinson. Robinson, 15 home runs in 68. Right-handed batter. Digs in the batter's box. He awaits the Horlin offering, and here's the pitch, homeward bound. And Robinson gets a 2-9 to Frank Robinson, 2-9. Off the Robinson card, not a column of choice. Could the Orioles go down 1-2-3? They will. Ground ball to Aparicio at short. Over to McCraw. Side retired. 1-2-3. Go the Birds. Top of the second, 1-0 White Sox. Can this Cinderella story continue? Due up for the White Sox, Tommy Davis, Dwayne Josephson, and Ken Berry. Tommy Davis looking for the 1-4 column. Right-handed batting left fielder. Hendricks goes through the signs. Phobos nods his head. He deals to Davis, and it is a 2-8 to Tommy Davis. 2-8 to Davis. And that's a ground ball to Brooks Robinson. He's up with it. Fires to Boog Powell. 1 down. Here comes the White Sox catcher, Dwayne Josephson. Josephson with 6 home runs and a .247 batting average in 68. Right-handed batter. Phobos toes the rubber, peers in at Hendricks. He deals to Josephson, and it is a 4-10 to Dwayne Josephson. 4-10, and it's a column of choice off the Phobos card. 4-10. Josephson will get something to look at. He hits this ball hard, and it's a 4. That's going to be a single. So Josephson will single with 1 out as he sends that ball return to sender right back up the middle. So 1 out. Josephson's at first. 85% chance of stealing second. And here comes Ken Berry. We're going to take that shot here with 85% chance. 1 through 17, he is safe. But he 31% chance of getting the proper lead. Powell holding him on. No, Powell's playing behind him. He can't get the lead as Powell sneaks in. And Phobos bluffs the throw over. So we're going to call the steal off. And now full attention goes to Ken Berry at the plate. Berry's looking for the 3-4 column, the right-handed batter. Phobos rocks and fires, and it's a 6-11 to Ken Berry. Phobos looking for the double play ball, 6-11. And it will be Robinson at third, over to Johnson at second, on to Powell to first. Double play, 5-4 to 3. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 White Sox. Due up the man with the short sleeve shirt, Boog Powell. Followed by Brooks Robinson and L. Ron Hendrick. Powell with 22 home runs in 68. Left-handed batter. Ready to grip and rip. Horland rocks and fires. And Powell is dealt a 4-6. 4-6 off the Horland card. 4-6. And Powell works a walk, as Horland was a little too fine with his pitches there in that at-bat. Tying run at first, and Powell has an 85% chance of stealing second. McCraw holding him on. Horland takes a peek over, and Powell can't get the proper lead. Brooks Robinson at the plate now. Aparicio and Alomar pinch the middle, hoping to turn 2. The windup and the pitch to Brooks Robinson. And Horland deals Brooks Robinson a 2-3. 2-3 off the Robinson card. 2-3. What will it be? We shall see. What it will be is a ground ball to Ward. Over to Alomar. Steps on second. Fires to McCraw at first. Double play. So the White Sox return the favor to the Orioles. 5-4 to 3. 2 outs, bases empty. Here comes the catcher, L. Ron Hendricks. Hendricks looking for the 3-6 column. Left-handed batter. Josephson sets the target. Horland nods his head. Here's the pitch to Hendricks. That is a 3-8. Column of choice for Elrod. 3-8. He's going to get a pitch to look at here. 3-8. And he drives his ball to right field down the line. Snyder's not going to get there. It's going to careen off the wall in the corner. Snyder corrals it, throws it back in towards Alomar. But Hendricks is sitting at second with a 2-out double. How big was that double play ball now? Tying run at second, 2 outs. Hendricks, 1 through 10 base runner, will be off on contact. And here comes Davey Johnson, the O's second baseman. He's looking for a 3-6 column. Horland takes a deep breath. He's ready to work. He deals to Davey Johnson, and that is a 4-7 off the Horland card. Hendricks will be off on contact with 2 outs. 4-7, 1-0 White Sox, bottom of the second. Swinging on this, strike 3. Breaking ball got Davey Johnson. The Orioles strand the tying run at second base. Herb Pilgrim's jumped in the chat. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. Go to the top of the third, 1-0 White Sox. As with each passing out for the Orioles, the Cinderella season continues for the Pale Hose. Due up for the White Sox, Snyder, Horland in the top of the order, Luis Aparicio. Snyder looking for the 2-6 column. Phobos kicks and fires, and Snyder I'm sorry, he's looking for the 2-4 column. Snyder gets a 6-8 off the Phobos card. 6-8. That's a ground ball to Davey Johnson. He knocks it down, picks it up, and throws to Powell 1 away. Here comes a pitcher, Joe Horlin, and he's going to try a drag bunt here. Infield playing back. Here's the pitch. Horlin with the drag bunt. He puts it down. Hendrick fields it, fires to first, and they just get Horlin. 2 away, top of the order. Little Louis Aparicio, the shortstop, corners playing in. Aparicio is an A bunter. Aparicio's 0 for 1. Robinson in at third, Powell in at first. Aparicio looking to poke it past the drawn-in corners. Phobos looks in at Hendricks. Nods his head. Hendricks sets the target. Here's the pitch to Aparicio. It is a 1-9. 1-9 to Aparicio off his card. Not a column of choice, though. 1-9. 2 out, space is empty. That's a ground ball to Brooks Robinson. He's up with it. Throws to Powell. Side retired. Bottom of the third. 1-0 White Sox. Due up for the Baltimore Orioles. Pittsfield, Massachusetts native Mark Belanger. Then the pitcher, Phobos. Then the top of the order, Buford. So here's Mark Belanger. And Belanger's a B bunter. The White Sox bench coach wants the corners in, will agree with that. So Ward's in at third, McCraw's in at first. Belanger, right-handed batter, digs in. He awaits the Horlin offering. Here's the pitch. And Horlin deals Belanger a 6-7. And it's a column of choice for the weak-hitting shortstop, 6-7. And that is a ground ball to Alomar at second. And it is a 19. Alomar fields it smoothly. He'll throw to first. And that's a 9. 5-2-2 is a 9. And that's out number 1. Belanger's retired. Scoring at home, 4-3. So 1 out, no one on. Bottom of the third, the White Sox lead 1-0. Here comes Tommy Phobos. Phobos, the pitcher, digs in. Horlin deals to his counterpart. And Phobos gets a 2-8. A 2-8 to Tom Phobos. 2-8. 1 out, no one on. Bottom of the third. And that will be a strikeout on the swing and the miss. Fastball. Just chewed him up and spit him out. So 2 outs. Top of the order. No one on. And here's Don Buford. Buford is 0 for 1. Buford did have 15 home runs with a .282 batting average in 68. He's a switch hitter, batting lefty off the right-handed throwing Joe Horlin. Josephson goes through the signs. Horlin nods his head. He sets and deals to Don Buford, and it is a 4-9 to Don Buford. 4-9 off the Horlin card. 2 outs, base is empty. The White Sox want a 1-2-3 inning here, and they won't get it. Buford singles to center. So the inning stays alive as Don Buford singles to center. McCraw holding him on, but Buford still has an 80% chance of stealing. And he's not going anywhere. He takes a very minimal lead, and here comes Paul Blair. Blair looking for the 1-6 column. Horlin rocks and fires. He deals Blair a 3-6. 3-6 off the Blair card. Not a column of choice, though. Buford with excellent speed at first will be off on contact. 3-6. And Blair lines a shot. Ward goes leaping in the air at third and makes the catch. Side retired. That was slated to go down the left field line for 2 and most likely would have scored Buford as he was off on contact. Instead, Ward does his best Brooks Robinson imitation and rolls the ball towards the mound. Top of the fourth, 1-0 White Sox. Due up Alomar, Ward, who just made that fabulous catch, and McCraw. Corners in for Sandy Alomar. He's 1 for 1 with a triple. He scored on the ground ball out by Ward to Johnson. Phobos picks up the sign from L. Ron Hendricks. He deals to Alomar, and it's a 1-3 to Sandy Alomar. 1-3. What will it be? We shall see on the 1-3. What it will be is a ground ball to Brooks Robinson. Over to Powell. 1 down. 5-3 if you're scoring at home. Here comes Pete Ward, 0 for 1 with the ribby. He knocked in Alomar with a ground out to Davey Johnson back in the top of the first. Left-handed batter, excuse me. Hendricks wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch for Ward. And Phobos deals Ward a 111. Column of choice, 111. So Ward's going to see a good pitch to hit here, 111. And he strikes this ball hard. And that's an 11. He sends that ball deep to right. Frank Robinson racing back, reaching up, and he makes the running catch right in front of the wall. So Ward gave it a ride. Frank Robinson makes a very good catch in right. Got a good jump on that line drive. So 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the first baseman for the Pale Hose, Tommy McCraw. He's 0 for 1 left-handed batter. 9 home runs in 68 to go along with a .235 batting average. Phobos looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. He's ready to work. He deals to McCraw, and it is a 3-2. 3-2 to Tommy McCraw, a column of choice, so he's going to see a good pitch. And that's a 3-2. And McCraw sends this ball deep. And gone! That's a 4. McCraw crushes that fastball. As that bye-bye birdie to right, Robinson just turned and looked as that is off the warehouse. And it is a 2-0 lead for the Cinderella 13-seed Chicago White Sox in our 1968 one-and-done tournament. Tommy McCraw just destroyed that fastball. And joining us in the chat from Bleacher Bums Gaming is Anthony. Check out the trilogy between John L. Sullivan and Muhammad Ali on Bleacher Bums Gaming channel. He just had fight number 3. I will not spoil it for you. I will just say it is a must-see. Anthony's developing his Glory Days Boxing, a card and dice boxing game more geared towards the dice. It flows marvelously. I have not bought a dice game in years. Once it goes for sale, I will be purchasing it. And it will be featured on the channel on occasions. I cannot do justice to it the way Anthony does, but it's an absolutely marvelous game, and it flows. When I was a kid, I've told Anthony this in one of the chats for Al, amongst the other people. I tried to figure out a way, as I have all these kind of dice I bought when I was a kid, all, these type of weird dice with the 20-sided, 6-sided, so on and so forth, to try to figure out a way to play Title Bout Championship Boxing. I still have the original game when I purchased it with all the fighters, and I played the living poop out of that game. But I always found that flipping the cards to me was annoying. I played it because I loved it. I have to be honest. I've watched it on other channels. It's okay. It doesn't stream well in my opinion. It's just my opinion. Hats off to the guys who do it. I think to play that game, you really have to love boxing and know what's going on. So when you're giving it the blow by blow, you got to let it flow. And the dice, I just think it's hard for the guys flipping the cards to let it flow because you're sitting here, you're reading the card. I just think the dice game flows better. That's my opinion. All right, here comes Tommy Davis. 2 outs. Can Davis go back-to-back jacks as McCraw just homered? Phobos throws the rosin bag to the mound. An angry Tommy Phobos sits and deals to Tommy Davis, and that is a 4-12. 4-12 to Tommy Davis, column of choice. So he'll have a pitch he might be able to grip and rip on. 4-12. That's going to be a hard hit ball to first base and Boog Powell. And that's a 15. Powell makes the diving stop. And now he'll throw to Phobos covering first. And that's a 6. And they retire Tommy Davis by a half step. Nice play by Boog Powell. And Tommy Phobos, side retired. The White Sox get another one on the home run by McCraw. It's 2-0 Chicago Palehose. Joining us in the chat, Dog Sidious. All things Star Wars, good friend Dog Sidious. Check out that wonderful channel. As Bleacher Bums Game is a thank you for the kind words out. You welcome, it's true. It's true, Anthony. I don't say anything. It's true in my opinion. Your game flows wonderfully. I have not bought a card and dice game since I was 1980. I bought Title Bout and Strat-O-Matic Baseball 83, 82. I haven't bought a card and dice game since 1983. I will be purchasing your card and your dice game. There is cards involved, the boxer cards, this and that. It just flows nice. It flows nice. Title Bout 2 is a beautiful looking game, a fun game. If you're a boxing fan, you're going to love it. It's a wonderful game too. I'm just saying, I know for me when I was a kid, and I'm going to show you that I'm not lying. I have the game. I can show you the cards, how many times I played it. I flipped it. The cards get all frail. It's just dice. It plays better with dice. In my opinion, again, Glory Days Boxing coming to a store soon near you. Actually, online. You can purchase it online. So, due up for the Orioles, Frank Robinson, Boog Powell, and Brooks Robinson. Robinson, Powell, and Robinson, the law firm. Here's the pitch to Frank Robinson, 0 for 1. Horland deals Robinson a 5-7, 5-7. And that's off the Horland card, 5-7. And Robinson strikes this ball well. And that's a 4. So this is a shot, folks. And that's to center field. Barry going back. He makes a leap, bangs in the wall. He does not have it. Davis comes flying over, picks it up, throws it to Aparicio. But standing on second base with a leadoff double is Frank Robinson. Tying run comes to plate and Boog Powell. He walked his first time up. On deck, Brooks Robinson. Powell with 22 home runs at the plate. Brooks Robinson with 17 in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch to the left-handed batting Boog Powell from Horland. And it is triple snake eyes. Ones are wild. That's a 1-2. I don't even have to do a thing. 1-2. Line drive! Alomar throws to Aparicio, who steps on the second base bag, and they double up Frank Robinson. What a play by Alomar. Lunging to his left, and from his knees throws to Aparicio, breaking towards the bag, and he steps on it just as Frank Robinson tries to slide back in. The leadoff double is no more. A line-out double play by Boog Powell. Sometimes it doesn't pay to hit the ball hard. And here comes Brooks Robinson, base is empty. The third baseman's 0 for 1. He digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Josephson wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Here's the pitch to the human vacuum cleaner, Brooks Robinson. And again, triple snake eyes. Wow. That is a 1-2. I don't have to do any work here. 1-2. Line drive down the line, Ward dives, and he makes the catch. Another web gem by Ward, robbing extra bases down the line to left side, retired. The White Sox flashing the leather in the infield. We go to the top of the fifth, 2-0 Chicago. Due up for the White Sox, Josephson, Barry, and Snyder to face Tommy Phobos. Phobos so far, 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Josephson 1 for 1. He awaits the Phobos offering. Here it is. It is a 6-7 to Dwayne Josephson. 6-7. Ground ball to Davy Johnson. And that is a 15. Johnson fields it smoothly. As he moves towards it, he throws to first, and that's a 10 for out number 1. So Davy Johnson, moving nicely to his right, fields it, and flips to Powell. Josephson maybe thought he was going to get a single there. Johnson showing great range. 1 out, no one on for Ken Berry. Center fielder's 0 for 1. Went crashing into the wall trying to catch the Frank Robinson double, which would lead to nothing as Robinson was doubled up on the line drive by Boog Powell to Alomar, who flipped to Aparicio. Here's the pitch to Berry, and Phobos deals Berry a 6-7. 6-7 to Berry off the Phobos card. Ground ball to Davy Johnson once again, and that is a 9. Johnson knocks it down, the hard hit ball, picks it up, throws to Powell, error check. Will he make the throw? That's an 8. Yes, he will. Once again, 4-3 for out number 2. So Davy Johnson knocks down the hard hit ground ball, barehands it, throws to Powell. 2 outs, no one on. And looking to extend the inning, the right fielder, Russ Snyder. Snyder's 0 for 1, left-handed batter. Here's the pitch from Phobos, and Snyder is dealt a 1-7 off the Snyder card, not a column of choice, 1-7. That ball is lifted to center. Blair moves back a bit, makes the catch, side retired. Bottom of the 5th, 2-0 White Sox. Due up, Hendrick, Johnson, and Belanger. Elrod Hendrick 1 for 1 with a double. Steps into the left-hander's batter's box. The catcher awaits the Joe Horland offering. Here's the pitch. And Elrod Hendrick gets a 3-7. Column of choice. So once again, Hendrick will have a good look at a pitch. 3-7. And once again, he strikes this ball hard. And it's a 5. As that ball goes to center field, Berry racing back, and he makes the running catch. Out number 1. As Hendrick didn't get all of it, he struck it well, but Berry makes the running catch deep center field. 1 out, no one on. Second baseman Davy Johnson go on to manage the Mets and the Orioles. He's 0 for 1. Horland sets and delivers to Davy Johnson. That is a 1-7. Lots of 7s. 1-7 off the Johnson card. Not a column of choice, though. 1-7. And he's jammed. That's a sky-high pop-up towards short outfield grass. Aparicio makes the catch. 2 down. And here comes Pittsfield, Massachusetts native Mark Belanger. He's 0 for 1. Josephson wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Belanger. Horland deals Belanger a 5-6. A 5-6 to Belanger. Off the Horland card. 5-6. Will the O's go down 1-2-3? Ground ball to Ward. Over to McCraw. Side retired. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. We go to the top of the 6th. 2-0 White Sox. Due up for the Chicago Pale-Holes. The pitcher, Joe Horland. Then the top of the order, Luis Aparicio and Sandy Alomar. Horland's 0 for 1. He's again going to try a drag bunt here. Here's the pitch. Here's the drag bunt. Phobos fields it and fires to Powell for out number 1. So twice we have tried to fool him, and twice it has not worked. 1 out, corners move in on little Louis Aparicio. He's 0 for 2. Hendrick wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Phobos rocks and fires. Aparicio's dealt a 5, and guess what? A 7. Lots of 7s. 5-7. And that will be strike 3 looking. Curveball froze him. 2 up, 2 down for Sandy Alomar. He's 1 for 2 with a triple. He scored the first run for the White Sox on the ground ball by Pete Ward to Davy Johnson in the top of the 1st. Switch hitting Alomar, batting lefty. Here's the pitch to Sandy. And Sandy gets a 2-6. 2-6 by Phobos. 2-6. And that's a single. Past the dive of Powell into right field. So Alomar picks up his second hit. 95% chance of stealing second. We're going for that. 1 through 19 he's saved. just under a half chance of getting the proper lead, 44%. And a box been called. So they were so concerned, Phobos and the Orioles, that the move towards first, where they thought they picked off Alomar, was illegal. Balk. And Alomar is at second now with 2 outs. And Pete Ward is at the plate. Alomar 1 through 16 base runner. Ward 0 for 2 with a ribby, left-handed batter. 15 home runs. And in this situation, bats .206. Did hit right-handed pitching quite well in 68. Phobos rocks and deals to Ward. It is a 5-5 off the Phobos card. Alomar will be off on contact. 5-5. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Sinking fastball outside corner. Ward couldn't get to it. Side retired. Alomar is stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 White Sox. Due up for the Orioles. Phobos, then the top of the order, Buford and Blair. Let's see if they let Tommy Phobos hit. He's 0 for 1, and he's going to be gripping and ripping. Here's the pitch by Horland to his counterpart, Phobos, and it is a 3-10. A 3-10 to Phobos. 3-10. And something you don't want to do, walk the number 9 batter who's the pitcher. So Phobos is at first. Here comes Don Buford. He represents a tying run at the plate. White Sox get some bullpen action up. Horland takes a peek to first, but McCraw's playing behind him. He starts to cheat in now. Now back to his position. Here's the pitch to Buford. Buford looking for the 2-1, and he gets the 2! So he gets column of choice. He will see a pitch to grip and rip. Will he come through? That's the question. It is a 2-2. How do you do? 2. Snake eyes, 2. Ground ball to first. McCraw fires to Aparicio. The hard slide takes him out, though. No turning of the double play, but they get the lead runner 1 away. A good slide by Phobos. He went in hard into Aparicio. So Buford now at first. Excellent base runner. McCraw holding him on. Still an 80% chance of stealing. But he only takes a little lead. Here's the pitch to Blair. Blair looking for the 1-6. Instead, he gets a 4-7. Another 7. 4-7. Can the White Sox turn 2 and get out of the inning? Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew the fastball away. So 2 outs. Buford at first. He'll be off on contact. And here's Frank Robinson. And they throw over. Buford dives back, and he just gets his hand in there. Safe. So a good job by Horland and McCraw to keep Buford at bay. And now their full attention goes to Frank Robinson. He's 1 for 2 with a double. And then he was doubled up on the line drive to Alomar. Josephson sets the target, the windup, and the pitch to Frank Robinson. He represents a tying run at the plate. 2-0 White Sox, 2 outs. Buford at first. It is a 6-5. Column of choice. Column of choice for Frank Robinson. 6-5. Ground ball. Aparicio dives. He's up with it. Fires to first, and they get Robinson side retired. Nice stretch by McCraw. We go to the top of the 7th. 2-0 White Sox. And back out on the hill for the O's is Phobos. He will face McCraw, Davis, and Josephson. McCraw 1 for 2 with the homer. He awaits the pitch from the left-hander batter's box. And here it is, homeward bound. Phobos deals McCraw a 4-9, 4-9. Column of choice once again for McCraw. He's ready to grip and rip on the 4-9. And he hits this ball hard. And that is an 11. And that'll be a single. So McCraw picks up his second hit. It'll be 2 for 3. A leadoff single to McCraw as that ball goes bouncing up the middle past the dive of Davey Johnson into center field. McCraw, 95% chance of stealing second. Here's Tommy Davis. He's 0 for 2, a C bunter. McCraw will attempt to steal here. 31% chance of getting the proper lead. 1 through 19. He's safe. And he steals the base without a throw. Ball was in the dirt. Hendricks held on to it. So McCraw is in scoring position at second. Another huge insurance run. 2-0 White Sox. Tommy Davis is 0 for 2. On deck is Dwayne Josephson. At worst, Davis wants to hit this ball to the right side. He's a C bunter. And for ha-has, let's take a look. 81%. He's going to drop down the sacrifice bunt. He drops it. Fielded by Robinson. His only play is to Powell for out number 1. But a beautiful bunt by Tommy Davis, forcing Robinson to come in from third, barehanding it and firing to Powell. McCraw advances to third base, 90 feet away from giving the White Sox a 3-0 lead. Infield in for Dwayne Josephson. The catcher's 1 for 2, looking for the 1-4 column. He needs to lift this ball somewhere to the outfield. Phobos needs a strikeout. Here's the pitch to Josephson. It is a 3-12 to Dwayne Josephson. 3-12 off his card. Not a column of choice, though. 3-12. Infield in. Good gosh almighty, this ball will be deep enough as Josephson crushes it. It's a 15. As this ball's going back. Buford racing back. He leaps at the wall. And he makes the catch. Tagging up and scoring from third is the base runner, McCraw, and it is 3-0. But Buford just robbed Josephson of a 2-run homer. What a catch by Buford. But McCraw easily scores from third. RBI goes to Josephson. And now there's 2 outs. Top of the 7th, another run is added to that White Sox lead. It's 3-0 for the Pale Hose. And stepping to the plate is Ken Berry. Berry is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch from Phobos to Berry. And Phobos deals Berry. 4s are wild. 4s across the board. A 4-8. 4-8 to Ken Berry. And Berry walks. Inning stays alive. Orioles look to have some bullpen action up. And let me just make sure that the computer is managing the Orioles. And they are. Check mark. Okay. So 2 outs. Berry's at first. Snyder's at the plate. He's 0 for 2. %85 chance of stealing. Berry's going to attempt the stolen base. 42% chance of getting the proper lead. 1 through 17 safe. He can't get the lead. Good job by Phobos and Powell. Berry will stay put. Here's the pitch to Snyder. He's 0 for 2, looking for the 2-4. And it is a 5 column with a 4 off the Phobos card. 5-4. Phobos looking to show the door to Snyder, maybe. Instead, it's a fly ball to center. He sits back on the curveball. Ball's hit out to Blair. It's a 5. Blair has a bead on it. Racing towards the gap. He's going to make a dive. Error check. Will he make the catch? That's a 7. And he makes the spectacular diving catch. Side retire. As Blair makes the diving catch to right center field. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The 7th inning stretch, and it's a very quiet Baltimore faithful. The O's fans see their beloved hometown team down 3 with 9 outs to play. The trivia question, as I warm up my voice for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. The trivia question for the chat. In establishing the outfield assist record, Chuck Klein was greatly helped by what ballpark? In establishing the outfield assist record, Chuck Klein, that's K-L-E-I-N, I believe it's Klein, was greatly helped by what ballpark? So they want to know what ballpark did Chuck Klein play in? His home games, obviously, I would think. One more time. In establishing the outfield assist record, Chuck Klein was greatly helped by what ballpark? I don't know who Chuck Klein played for, but I'm thinking of a small ballpark. I want to say Ebbets Field, but I don't know who Chuck Klein played for. I really don't. I don't know. So we'll go to the chat after we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And here we are, in the words of Lawrence Welk. And the 1, and the 2, and the 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back for its root. Root for your home team. If your home team loses, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. A sip of lemon water with ice. So the trivia question for the final time. In establishing the outfield assist record, Chuck Klein was greatly helped by what ballpark? Go to the chat. Bleacher Bums Gaming says... Oh no, Beatles Attorney says the Baker Bowl. And Bleacher Bums Gaming said, you ready to sing out? Yes, I am. Always ready to sing. So, Beatles Attorney says the Baker Bowl. Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming says yes. Dog City says Tiger Stadium. All right, here we go. Here's the answer to the trivia question. The Baker Bowl. All right. The Baker Bowl had a right field fence only 272 feet from home plate. Yeah, I guess it does help him. You still got to make the throws, though. So, all right, due up for the Orioles, trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 7th as time is getting short. Powell, Robinson, and Hendrick. Boog Powell 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's the pitch to the power-hitting, left-handed batting first baseman from Horland. And Powell is dealt a 4-5 to Boog Powell. 4-5 off the Horland card. 4-5. Ground ball to Aparicio at short. And that is a 12. Aparicio fields it smoothly and throws to McCraw at first. And that is a 15. And the ball is low and past McCraw. Powell will reach on the throwing error by Luis Aparicio. He had a lot more time. He rushed it. He threw the ball low. McCraw could not corral it. Went rolling slightly behind the first baseman. And Powell reaches on the E6. Powell will be held on by McCraw. He has an 85% chance of stealing second. I don't know if they're going to send him down 3. And here's Brooks Robinson. Robinson's 0 for 2. Powell was trying to go. They throw over. He dives back. He's saved. Now full attention goes to the human vacuum cleaner at the plate, Brooks Robinson. He's looking for the 1-6 column. The White Sox looking for the double play. Josephson sets the target. Horland rocks and fires to Brooks Robinson. And it is a 2-7 off the Robinson card. Not a column of choice, though. 2-7. Will it be a lucky 7? It will be for one of these teams. As Robinson's jammed, he pops it up towards Aparicio. Aparicio on the outfield grass makes the catch. So 1 out, 1 on, thanks to the error by Aparicio to start off the inning. And here comes Elron Hendricks, the catcher's 1 for 2, left-handed batter. He has a double. Again, double play ball ends the inning. Horland nods his head. He kicks and fires to Hendrick. And Elrod gets a 2-6. 2-6 off the Elrod Hendrick card. Not a column of choice, but can he fight the pitch off for a hit? No, he cannot. Swing and a miss. Fastball down away. So 2 outs. Runner at first. Powell will be off on contact. And here's Davey Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 2. Horland uses the rosin bag. Tosses it down to the grass. Back up on the hill. Toes the rubber. Peers in at Josephson. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Davey Johnson. Again, looking for the 3-6 column. He instead will get a 1 column and a 6. It is a 1 column and a 6. 2 outs. Powell will be off on contact. And there will be no contact. Strike 3 looking. Side retired. Frozen with the fastball outside corner. We go to the top of the 8th. The Cinderella 13-seeded Chicago White Sox. They had to win a play-in game to get to the Sweet 16. Are 6 outs away from the finals. And here comes the pitcher, Horland. He's 0 for 2. Phobos rocks and fires to his counterpart. And that is a 4-8 to Joe Horland. 4-8. And once again, a walk to a pitcher. So both teams have walked the pitcher. You don't want to do that, folks. It's bad enough you walk the number 9 batter. It's god-awful when it's the pitcher. So Horland is at first, and he's actually a good base runner, 1 through 14. And here's Louis Aparicio, corners playing in. Aparicio is going to put the bunt down, 86% chance of a successful sacrifice bunt. He bunts it. Fielded by Phobos, only plays to first. 1 away. Good bunt by Aparicio. He made Phobos field it well away from the mound. And Horland is at second in scoring position for Sandy Alomar, 2 for 3 with a triple. They're going to pitch to Alomar. Hendricks goes through the signs. Phobos nods his head in agreement. He kicks and fires to Alomar. It is a 4-9 to Sandy. And another column of choice, 4-9. So Alomar will get another good pitch to look at. 4-9. Can he pick up his 3rd hit? And he will! Alomar's been a one-man wrecking crew. And it is a 7. And that's going to be a double. And a 4-0 lead for the White Sox. Wow. The Cinderella story just keeps on going. As Alomar hits a shot, Blair, not playing back too deep, has no chance at it. It's off the wall. And it's now 4-0. Tom Phobos is tired. Here comes the pitching coach and Hendrick, the catcher, to the mound. And there'll be a pitching change. And the new pitcher in for the Orioles is Wally, don't call me Archie Bunker. Wally Bunker in 1968. Let's give you his stats as he goes through his warm-up tosses. Wally Bunker, 2 wins, no losses, 2.41 earned run average. He had 10 starts, no saves, 44 strikeouts, 14 walks, 4 home runs given up by Wally Bunker. A commanding 4-0 lead for the Pale Hose on the Alomar double. What a day Sandy Alomar is having. So Alomar is at second, excellent speed. 1 out, 4-0 White Sox. Pete Ward comes to the plate. Ward is 0 for 3. He does have an RBI in the ground out to Davey Johnson, in which Alomar scored from third after tripling with 1 out in the top of the first. Here's the pitch from Bunker to Ward. Will Bunker hunker down? It is a 6-9 to Pete Ward off the Bunker card. 6-9. And that's a fly ball out to left field. Buford going back at the track makes the catch. 1 down. 2 down, excuse me. I'm sorry, 2 down. Here comes Tommy McCraw, the other bird killer. 2 for 3 with a home run. Left-handed batter. Bunker takes a deep breath. The windup and the pitch to Tommy McCraw. And it is a 2-3. Off the McCraw card, not a column of choice, though. 2-3. What will it be? As we say, you shall see. On the 2-3. And it's a ground ball to Davey Johnson. He knocks it down, picks it up, throws to first, side retired. But once again, the Pale Hose tack on another run. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Chicago 4, Baltimore nothing. The White Sox 6 outs away from punching another ticket, this time to the championship game for the 1968 one-and-done tournament. Due up Belanger, and on the double switch, they brought in Etchenbarren, the catcher. I missed that, I apologize. So it'll be Belanger, Etchenbarren, and then Buford. Mark Belanger's 0 for 2. Horland still out on the mound. Corners playing in for Belanger. Here's the pitch from Horland to Mark Belanger, and it is a 1-6. Off the Belanger card, not a column of choice, though, 1-6. And that is a strikeout, swing and a miss. Fastball high and tight, and Belanger tried to channel his inner Babe Ruth. Well, I guess he did. He struck out. Ruth did strike out quite a few times. And here comes Andy Etchenberry. Came in on the double switch for Elrod Hendrick. Etchenberry, in 1968, batted .233, 5 home runs, 20 ribbies. He's looking for the 2-6 column. He's a right-handed batter. 1 out, no one on. Horland deals to Etchenberry, and it is a 1. The white dice is a 1. And a 7. My God, we have rolled a ton of 7s. A 1-7 off the Etchenberry card. Not a column of choice, though. And guess what that is, folks? Swing and a miss, strike 3. The knee cheese. Go grab some pine and put your catcher's equipment on, Mr. Etchenberry. So 2 outs, and that's a 7th strikeout for Joe Horland. He's now pitched 7 2/3, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. Here's Buford, 1 for 3. The switch hitter still batting righty. Here's the pitch to Don Buford, and Horland deals the Don. 5-11 off the Horland card. Can it be another 1-2-3 inning? 5-11 to Don Buford. 2 outs, no one on. And this is a hard hit ball. It's an 18. So Buford strikes the ball quite well. Aparicio makes a dive, pops up, throws the first. His throw is true, and that is out number 3, so he makes up for the error. We go to the top of the 9th. The Chicago White Sox, the number 13 seed. Think about this. They had to win a play-in game. They did that. Now they had to win the Sweet 16 game and the Elite 8 game. In the Elite 8 game, they knock out the 1 seed Tigers, and now they're 3 outs away after the top of the 9th going to the finals. In the finals, they will either face the Cubs or the Yankees. Tommy Davis is 0 for 2. On the hill still is Bunker. The pitch to Davis from Bunker. It is a 4-4. 4-4 to Tommy Davis. Not a column of choice. And that's a fly ball to Blair in center. And that is a 1. Blair makes a dive at it. He will not make the catch. It's going to be a 2-bagger. He quickly gets to it. Fires to the cutoff man. And that is a 3-3-2, and that's an 8. So Belanger gets the cutoff throw. But Tommy Davis, as the hit parade continues for the Chicago White Sox, stands at second to lead off the top of the 9th. That is a 7th hit for Chicago batters. And here comes Dwayne Josephson. Josephson is a C bunter. He's 1 for 2 with a ribby. 81% chance of a sacrifice. We're going to bunt. He puts the bunt down. And Robinson fields it again. The only play is to first for the out. But advancing 90 feet away to scoring another run is Tommy Davis. As the upset continues to look better and better for the 13-seeded Cinderella Chicago White Sox. Here comes Ken Berry, infield, and he's 0 for 2 with a walk. Bunker and the Orioles have to bear down. They have to hunker down, bunker down. Here's the pitch to Berry. And it is a 4-7, another 7. 4-7 off the Wally Bunker card. 4-7. Davis at third. And there's no contact on that. Strike 3 looking. Curveball fooled him badly. He was not looking curved. Never even took the bat off his shoulder, for God's sakes. So 2 outs. It's up to Roy Snyder. Snyder is 0 for 3. On deck is Horland. If we pinch hit, I'm assuming that they would walk Snyder. But you know what? Let's just take a look. I don't think we have anyone better. Cullen, 230. Snyder, 220. You know what? I think they're going to walk Cullen, though. And he's a righty. And Bunker pitches better against righties. But you know what? Snyder, 0 for 3. Right? I did say 0 for 3. Yeah, he's 0 for 3. Cullen's going to come in to pinch hit. We're going to go righty-righty. We don't care. Let's see if they pitch to Tim Cullen, excuse me. Cullen, 230, 3 home runs, 29 ribbies. My guess is they're going to walk him. No, they're going to pitch to him, so they don't walk to face the pitcher. I wasn't taking Horlin out. My God, he's throwing a 3-hit shutout. So Cullen has a chance to make it a 5-0 game here. Cullen needs a 2-5 column. Here's the pitch to Tim Cullen from Wally Bunker. And he gets a 4-11. A 4-11 off the bunker card. 4-11. 2 outs. Davis at third. 4-0. White Sox, top of the 9th. And it's a ground ball to Robinson. He barehands it. Throws to Powell. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Orioles have 3 outs of life left in them in this baseball tournament. We need a new right fielder. And it will be Bradford, who's a E13 but a -2 arm. So Bradford will come into play right. I like to take Davis out of left because he does not have a lot of range. Let's just take a look to see who can play left. But again, I'm not really good with the range here. Oh, Voss. Voss has a -2 arm. E11. What's his range? Where's the range? Voss. I wish these games would have like the simple 1 through 10 ranking. It's so easy, you know, 10 being good, 1 being bad. And it's freaking... That's why I like Out of the Ballpark. And you can change the ratings. I do the 1 through 10. I like it. I like the way Action PC does it. 1 through 10. I don't need the elaborate 20 through 80. 20 through 80. What the hell does that mean? 80 good, 20 bad. Okay, 1 through 10. Same freaking thing. -2. I like the -2 arm. He's got to be a better outfielder. Let's just look at his card. This won't come up for you. I don't think this card comes up when I click on it. Bill Voss. -2 E11. -2. So he's a 2. He's got to be a better outfielder. We're up 4-0. Voss will go into play left. Where is Davis? Right there. Okay, so we have Voss in left. And he's a 2E11, -2 arm. So on the corners now with Bradford, he's a 2E13, -2. We have -2s on the corner, neutral arm in center, Barry. And due up, Blair, Robinson, and Powell, the last gasp hope for the Baltimore Orioles. Paul Blair 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Blair. And it is a 4-10. A 4-10 to Blair off the Horlin card. And he's looking for a complete game shutout here. Up 4-0. That's a 4-10. Ground ball to Aparicio. He backhands it. Fires to McCraw. Out number 1. And this is a very silent crowd here in Baltimore. White Sox up on the top step in the dugout. And here comes Frank Robinson, 1 for 3 with a double. Horlin works quickly to Robinson. He's looking for the 3-6. Instead, he gets a 2 column with a 4. So 2-4 for Frank Robinson. 2-4. And Robinson hits this ball hard. 1 through 9's a hit. And it's a 13, so this will be a hard hit out. And the jubilation has started in Chicago. As that is a line drive right back to Horlin, who snares it in self-defense. 2 down. Base is empty. Bottom of the 9th, and here comes Boog Powell. Boog Powell 0 for 2 with a walk. The last chance, the last gasp, the last hope, the Alamo. And we all know what happened at the Alamo, folks. Boog Powell just trying to move the line now. Can't hit a 4-run homer with no one on base. He's 0 for 2, left-handed batter. Horlin, 8 2/3 innings, only 3 hits. No runs. He has walked 2, struck out 7. Takes a deep breath. Josephson sets the target. Here's the pitch to Boog Powell. Can he move the line or will the ball game be over? It is a 5-8 off the Horland card. 5-8, not a column of choice. Ground ball back to Horland. He throws to McCraw. Ball game over. The Cinderella White Sox do it again. They advance to the 1968 playoff one-and-done championship game. They await the winner of the Chicago Cubs and the New York Yankees. Player of the game, Joe Horland. He goes the distance. A complete game shutout, giving up only 3 hits. Unbelievable. Honorable mention, Sandy Alomar and Tommy McCraw. Let's go to the box score. The clock has not struck 12 on the Chicago White Sox. Let's fit to the screen the box score. Bear with me a moment. There we go. But before we go to the box score, we had a wonderful time in the chat. Mike McAllister, capital W, capital O, capital W. Wow! Bleacher Bums Gaming, dominating win for the White Sox. All right. I'd like to thank Bleacher Bums Gaming. That's Anthony. Check out that wonderful channel. Absolutely marvelous channel. Baseball, auto racing, and boxing. And the auto racing that he does with red, white, and blue racing is incredible. Card and dice. See, or dice, just cards actually, I believe. But that game flows, and he does a wonderful job with it. It's just beautiful. And thank you to Mike McAllister, Bleacher Bums Gaming, Beatles Eternally, moderator extraordinaire. Thank you very much, my good friend. ID Gesture, check out that great channel. All kinds of fun stuff there. And again, ID Gesture's gone over 1 million views. That happened earlier in the year. So once again, hats off to ID Gesture. Great job. Chrissy Oldstones has jumped in the chat. Why this young lady enjoys my channel is beyond me, but thank you. Beautiful reading voice. Check out her channel. She's inspired me to read. I'm actually going to read a chapter from World War Z that they didn't put in the audiobook, and it's my favorite chapter, the short story. So I will be reading that sometime this week. I'm sure it won't be as good as Chrissy Oldstones, but that's inspired me to do that. So thank you, Chrissy. Dog Sidious! Thank you to Dog Sidious. Check out that wonderful channel, All Things Entertainment and Star Wars. That's Dog Sidious. And remember, just hover on the names and go to their channels. It's very easy. Very easy, folks. Very easy. Did I say it's very easy? It's very easy. Let's go up the chat and see who else we have in here. And if I miss your name, I apologize. I am scrolling up. Mikey McAllister, we said thank you to him. T-Dub from What's Blazing in Sports, absolutely fabulous boxing channel. Check that out. That's a must subscribe. Clinton Parks, another good baseball channel, National Pastime 3. And Clinton for being a loyal member of the FOC. I gifted him Out of the Ballpark 19 early this morning. And I hope he enjoys it. So thank you, Clinton Parks, for being a loyal supporter. Check out his channel. Herb Pilgrim, good friend of the channel. Hope all is well. Thank you. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Bum, 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 bum. Star Wars. Well, thank you very much, everybody. All right, now to the box score. The White Sox continue their Cinderella run. They go to the finals. And the player of the game is Joe Horland. Complete game, 3-hit shutout, walking 2, striking out 7. He gets the win. The loss goes to Tommy Phobos. 7 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, a home run by McCraw. Wally Bunker came in, an inning and 2/3, only gave up 1 hit, struck out 1, gave up no runs. The White Sox, Aparicio, he had an error and he was 0 for 3. Honorable mention for player of the game, Sandy Alomar, 3 for 4, a run scored in a ribby. Pete Ward 0 for 4 with an RBI and a ground out. Tommy McCraw, another honorable mention, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored and a home run. That gave him a ribby. Tommy Davis, 1 for 3. Voss came in to play left in the bottom of the ninth, did not bat. Josephson, the catcher, 1 for 2 with a ribby. Barry, the center fielder, 0 for 3. Snyder, the right fielder, 0 for 3. Cullen, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Bradford went into right in the bottom of the ninth for defensive purposes. And Horland, the pitcher, was 0 for 2. He walked and scored a run. In victory, moving on to the finals, the Chicago White Sox, 29 at-bats, 4 runs, 7 hits, 4 ribbies. For the Baltimore Orioles, who are out of the tournament and will stay home, Buford, 1 for 4. Blair, 0 for 4. Frank Robinson, 1 for 4. Boog Powell, 0 for 3. Brooks Robinson, 0 for 3. L. Rod Hendricks, the catcher, 1 for 3. Bunker, the pitcher, he did not hit. Davey Johnson, 0 for 3. Belanger, Pittsfield, Massachusetts native, 0 for 3. Phobos, 0 for 1. And Etchenbairn, the catcher, who came in on a double switch, 0 for 1. In defeat, the Birds, 29 at-bats, no runs, only 3 hits, and no ribbies. Hats off to the Chicago White Sox. They're going to the finals. So our next game between the Cubs and Yankees, I'll be managing the Yankees. The winner will have home field advantage in the championship game, because the 13th-seeded Chicago White Sox just bumped out the 3-seed Orioles. Prior to that, they bumped out the 1-seed, the Tigers. So thank you very much, and as always, watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Don't let that big left hook hit you. Health and happiness. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye. God bless, and as always, peace!